Hello everyone, my name is Stephen Langley and this is my Blockmesh. Alright, so to start out, what has gone on is the player has basically taken the role of a secret agent. He got captured, he's trying to steal these plans that are somewhere in this warehouse slash lab slash cave place. You start out in a holding cell here. You have three paths. You can go that way to go to the warehouse. You go that way for the lab path, this way for the cave. Start off on the first one over here, the warehouse. So as you go through, the player can come through here, and these platforms will all be operated by these little levers right here. This is actually supposed to be starting out down on the ground. These stairs are just here for the player to get up there. This is supposed to be a type of factory warehouse kind of place. And what will happen is the player will pull that lever, and it will move this platform up this area. The player will need to then come down here, get these little pickups for jewels or diamonds is what I call them, and they'll get those collectibles. They'll pull this lever, and that will actually help engage this lever up here that is actually supposed to be level with this platform. So once you've engaged that lever, you'll be able to pull this lever, and it will move this platform up to here onto this platform, which will then raise you up. So then you come over here, and you will be able to pull this lever. This platform will go all the way down to the ground. That's represented by these steps. Unfortunately, I couldn't get that mechanic in. So to block the way of the player, I put this up for right now. What will happen is these little spots right here will actually come open when the levers are pulled to let the player go back and get any other collectibles that are in this area. Come in here, grab this, and just take a look around and everything in the factory. The next step, they will have to come through here, and these start off the same way. These will be blocked off. They will need to come up here, or they will need to go over here, pull this lever to make the platform raise up to this area. Once that, they will be able to move up here on this little skywalk. They will be able to come around here. And then once around here, they will be able to pull this lever and go down, just like the other one. The stairs are here just representing the player can go down with this lever. So they'll pull this lever. This will be able to pull down. They will come down in here. These places will be opened up so they can come in there, do whatever they want to do. There will be other collectibles over here. Once they're done with that, the player can run over this way and gather these diamond collectibles. They'll be able to hit buttons, and when they hit the green button, this will actually spark a little spark up there on that diamond. What I kind of tried to do was make it look like this lab and this warehouse was kind of joined together. They're using the cave to mine these crystals. Once they get the crystals, they kind of do a little thing, dump them into this vat. They test it and everything. And once they're dropped in, the stuff can go over to here and it helps power everything and stuff like that. Now, after they hit that one, which will start that, they can then come over here and hit this button, and this button will actually engage these things to move over and drop down. Now, some of these, when they do that, will drop those little crystals. So that's another objective that I want to give. So along with being able to push these buttons and make the machines run, they will also gain more collectibles because this one will not make it to this very far. It just moves it forward and then it drops, kind of like a messed up machine or something like that. Anyways, that once that path is done, they'll run in here. They'll be able to look around. This is the lab path. They will conjoin in the lab path to kind of make it a little more harder. Be able to pick those up, find the files in this file room, and then once that is done, they will be able to come over here to the exit and end the level. Okay, so now we just saw the warehouse path. This next path is going to be the lab path. Once again, you're a secret agent trying to stop these evil doers and find the plans of destruction. So if you go through the lab, you'll see that there's these little bathrooms in here, another bathroom there, and there's a lot of these little rooms and office rooms that you can go through. So the players can come in here. They will be able to pick up these collectibles. Once again, it's the diamonds. They'll be able to see all these different rooms. This is like an executive meeting room that's got research and more collectibles with a TV and a computer here and all that kind of stuff. And The player can come into this one. This one right here is just kind of like a soft search room to where you can find collectible. And right here is a key. So this key will also be a collectible. The player will be able to pick it up. They can go over here and it will actually open up this security. So they will not be able to progress further unless they have the key for that security. They keep looking, they will find other offices and more collectibles. You'll be able to turn off and on the lamps, stuff kind of like that. And then some more collectibles and more computers around that they can see and look at. And yeah, so they'll be able to go through all this stuff. They'll open up that door. They can still come in here, find more collectibles, turn on the TV, look at all these little beakers and stuff like that that are on the table, collect those collectibles, mess with the research and stuff. And then once they come in here, these doors will actually be closed. These doors will only open if the player is going on the warehouse path, by the way. These are just left open so that way I could go through them. The same thing with the cave path. So once they're in this area, I wanted to give them a little bit more room because, I mean, once the place is like open, there's more people, there's going to be a lot of this room filled up. So I tried to, give the sense of, hey, this is actually a bigger place than what it is. More collectibles in this room, more stuff to mess with. Then, of course, like before, they can come in here to the file room, pick these collectibles up, grab the files for the destruction of the planet, and then come in here. This path that I'm going to take now is the cave path. This right here is actually supposed to be blocked off by a louver. You'll be able to hit E and it'll off. So this is the cave path. If the player walks in here, he will come across this grapple hook. He will be able to hit E to pick the grapple hook up, and then he will be able to grab onto these grapple points. Once in here, this player can then walk around, collect collectibles like the diamonds once again, and see these purple diamonds that are crystals and stuff that are actually growing in here. Now, this is to tie in the other two areas and paths that I wanted to show that it's just kind of one big facility that they mine them here and there and test them, and then they convert them to what they want to convert to. So you'll come in here. The player will be able to look around and do its thing. If he right clicks, he will be able to grapple onto these grapple points. So go. Now I went ahead and got this mechanic in so that way they could see how it works. So they can come up to each level. They will be able to run around and find these little crystals again, or these diamonds again to for collectibles. They can hook onto those all they want. They can hook that one too. Main thing is they'll want to keep going up. If they look around, they'll be able to see more things. Of course, not fall. So once you come up here, you'll be able to grab these crystals, get to see more of the cave. You'll notice that there's another spot right here that you can grab onto and go into. More crystals down there. Now once you're in here, you'll notice that there's another crystal path that you can go on. It's pointing you to these collectibles. Run over here. Now, what I want to do is I want to get the mechanic to work to where you actually can still shoot those grapple hooks out with the left trigger. Right now I'm hitting the left or the right mouse button and I'm shooting the grapple hook out. But if I hit the left mouse button, I'd like to be able to shoot the grapple hooks and be able to let the player grab onto them. So once they go over there and they grab the collectibles, you'll notice this little hole right here that's green. This green hole is kind of to show the player the way out. So they just got to hit the right trigger, hit it, go in. And if they land it right like I did, you get to this little secret path. Secret path has extra collectibles on it and everything. If they just fall straight down through, they will not be able to get back up there. Anyway, so once they're down to this level, they'll find some more of the collectibles, and they'll be able to go down to the next hole. And there's some more collectibles. And then finally, they'll be able to move down to the last hole. Now, this last hole has a couple more collectibles in it, and then they'll come up to another louver again. Of course, once again, this ventilation or louver will be all blocked off, and they'll have to hit E to break it open and come in. Once in, they have conjoined with the lab path. They will be able to go in here and, of course, look in here. They will not be able to go past that door because that will be security. locked shut. That door will be shut. That door will be shut. And the only two this door and that door. Be able to come in here, gain collectibles, mess with stuff if they wanted to. But mainly they want to come in here, grab the collectibles, grab the files like they were doing, and get right to the exit.